I'm taking
Oh my God.
my pills. I'm taking my pills. I'm taking
Me
my
too.
pills. I'm taking my pills.
Brother. Whoa, we on the same wavelength.
I want to make an exercise routine for you. I want to get your lifestyle habits under control this winter with me.
This is not though. Oh, you
Not
got
the
such
season?
a big.
We're on
not
season
the-
8.
Did you cut out that funny thing I did in the last podcast? I know it's been a while, but
I think so.
I saluted our U.S. government, and I just
Let me go double check.
wanted to make sure. I'm really stressed out about that. I know nobody
hit the energy a little harder from the beginning. So while this is happening, tell people what you've been up to the past 3 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh, 3 weeks.
It's been a while since we recorded, but I put that episode
and
up.
it's been a while
It's going to seem like
since I've gone things up.
Okay, yeah. Can we stop cussing so much too? Because it's going to get to the point. Also, sorry, now we're on gallery. It's going to get to the point where this podcast ends because I don't want to edit anymore. I don't have time to edit. I work out for 120
9
minutes
hours a day.
And I do not have any free time to be editing these stupid podcasts anymore.
Wow.
So if I could just make note of when these things happen, which I'm going to do right now on my sticky pad. And look what I did. I got some toys. I never spend money on stupid stuff. You want to know what I bought?
Yeah. Did you get the set? Like, do you have the track?
There we go. Nope. Just one little custom Civic hatch.
Is that just a sticky note?
Little custom. Sorry, I'm trying to do something with the lighting. I don't know what I'm doing. And one little NSX, 2017 NSX.
Wow.
I never buy dumb stuff like that, but I wanted them for my desk.
I do.
And it's been fun going because ever since I decided, I was like, there's no way they'd have a Civic Hot Wheels. There's no way. And I've been looking for months and months. And finally I found one. It's made it all worth it. Okay, so at some point around
so
Kelsey said the F word.
Yes, I did. Can you check and make sure that you took that one thing out? Because I'm not joking. It's been bothering me for. I just want to be funny.
I put the most aggressive blur, as far as I remember. I put the most aggressive blur on it that I could, and I think
I'm not trying to get my life ruined for haha funny.
It's like what's the point? Or
exactly, what is the point?
Okay, and at some point I said, no, I'm gonna have to blur that.
Now I'm gonna have to blur that. So maybe you just need an editor, Brandon. Maybe you should hire just a little kid.
Yeah, it's fully blurred out.
Who's really good at
Let me make sure. Hang on, I'm watching back here.
Okay.
Yeah. You can definitely, given the context, you can definitely tell what occurred. But here's what absolves you of everything. We're just joking right now.
Yeah, it's in a video game. It's just a haha funny. I'm pushing the boundaries. So what have I been doing? What have I been doing for the past 3 weeks? I don't know about you, but it's been the worst time of my life.
Oh,
really?
It's been lit. Well,
are you on the up and up?
Let me qualify that. I'm staring at myself fully. Okay, right now is me looking at myself in the mirror.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stare at myself the whole time because it's
okay.
It's too good not to look at. No, I have no interests and no passions and no hobbies right now, but it feels super even and my mood is actually I've been very irritable too. But in general, it's not like a depressive. It's like I want people to get on my level. Would you get on my level?
Get on my level. I don't know about you, but there is something in the air with drivers.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, just there's something in the air. Oh, no. No, I've been good. Let me tell you about my two separate crazy. I don't even want to call them road rage because I feel like that would mean it's like my fault.
I'm trying to look at you. I can't take my eyes off.
I get it. I get it.
And there's that.
I'm sorry. Where in Buddhism do they talk about vanity? Because I know you're not supposed to be vain.
Dude, I hit that troll face so good last week or whatever. I don't think I'll ever be able to do that again.
I can't do it.
Okay, sorry. Let's keep it on board here.
Yeah, let's keep it on topic.
I want to see what happens if we do a whole podcast that's like actually good. The viewership isn't going to go up, but we can
no, for sure
satisfied
not. Well, especially not after a 3-week hiatus. So
I'm a libertarian. I think consenting adults want what they want, and it's our responsibility to provide them with a quality product. That's not
so. Anyway,
okay. Now we're done with Breaking Bad.
I was on
these road rage incidents.
Yeah, you should. I was with Nick, and we were driving to go get some Sonic. I know, guys. It was a
Sonic.
Momentary lapse of weakness.
Sorry,
so cold.
Can I just interrupt one time? Can we just talk about how bad Sonic is now? Nobody wants to work,
it's gotten very bad
in the food. It's clear in the food, and Sonic is possibly, other than maybe Burger King, Sonic is the most dependent on getting the A team. And if you don't get the A team, you have gotten F tier food.
Yeah. It's always cold, like without fail.
Okay, sorry. That's all I wanted to say.
Ice cold
That's all
burgers.
I wanted to say, and now we're back focused. Dude, I've aged 10 years in 1 year. It is insanity.
You got grays yet?
I get some here and there, but I don't think I have any actually.
I have grays. I'm graying.
I don't. So I can find little gray hairs, but it's not I feel like when you start to actually go gray, you get patches, right? You get like a patch of grays. I have some individual grays, but
me too.
It honestly seems like, when you get like when you pull a hair out or something and it grows back really stringy because like something's wrong with the follicle or something. It feels more like that. That's not an exact science, but
yeah.
Sorry, no, I want to hear about your road rage. Don't engage. It's not worth it. You will get shot, man.
Well, no, that's why I don't even know if I should call it. I don't know if I should even call it road rage. I think it was well within my rights.
Doesn't matter.
But we were okay. Let me tell you. Okay, this is not. I can't even call it road rage because it's like the most crazy happenings on the road. Okay, that's what it was. So we were driving back from Sonic, and I was at an intersection.
Sonic.
Okay.
What do you get from Sonic?
The supersonic double cheeseburger. I know it's a lot of food.
Right?
No.
Oh, no bacon.
I don't ever get bacon on my
supersonic.
No.
I thought that's
I know
standard.
it's a lot of food.
It's mayo, right?
It's about 3,000. Yeah, mayo and ketchup now. It's about 3,000 calories. It's great. It makes my tummy hurt afterward.
What do you get for a drink? There's one right answer when you go to Sonic. Oh, you
solid Coke.
Freak. You freak.
I know. Bark fruit beer.
Cherry limeade, stupid.
No, I don't like their cherry flavoring. I know, controversial. Always get the easy ice.
Can I have a purple O?
Easy ice.
Can I have a purple O?
Do you know what the purple O stands for? It's a bad word. So anyway, we're driving back. We're at an intersection. I'm going to go straight. Okay. I'm going to go straight.
Oh my God. I think I know where this is going.
No, you don't. You literally do not. You cannot imagine in your heart of hearts. No, you cannot imagine in your heart of hearts. So this lady, I'm going straight. This lady across from me is turning left. As she is turning left, I see that she has her dog's neck rolled up in the window. He is like choking. Okay, so
like front seat or back seat?
Back seat.
Like she doesn't know. She just rolled it up.
Yes. So she's just turning, just driving. So I whip it, and I'm like peeling out. I'm behind her, like speeding.
You did like a U-turn?
Screaming. No, I just turned right.
Oh.
Because she was turning left, and then I turned right behind her. And so I'm behind her, and I'm like slamming on my horn, speeding. I'm right up on her bum.
Were you waving? I think the key here is you have to wave and not.
Well, I have my window rolled down.
You have to be like, hey, not like, because if it's not that, then it looks like the movie Monster Man.
I don't know that movie.
Hang on. Keep talking.
Anyway, so I was like, beep, 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 and like screaming. This little ditz, once again, she was just like driving until I was like on her, honking, screaming, and then she pulls over. I pop my hazards on. She gets out of her car. I go, your dog is choking. He's choking. And I'm like screaming. You know what she does? She goes, I know. I said, well, then do something about it. I was like, he's choking. And I'm like screaming at her. And she has the audacity to like throw her hands up like I'm the bad guy. Meanwhile, this dog's neck is like fully, it is fully closed in. Yeah. And he's like trying to, yeah, she's like, I know. And it's like, no, you didn't, because you were still driving.
Oh, she was like trying to play it off. Was she like looking for a fight? And then she's like,
I don't know. She was just some like,
obviously.
Yeah. Like she's like some old woman. Idiot. Of course, like some old woman.
Well, no, old women actually scare me more.
Yeah. Well, not like super old. Like she was like within her mind.
The 40-year-old blue collar guy is like the scariest in theory. Truly, it's the old woman who you should be most scared of taking your life. This is what.
Yeah, that was me.
This is what happened. If you don't give them a gentle wave,
that looks so scary. Can I just say
this movie
something
is
about
awesome.
things
it's a visual
like driving
spectacle.
up is like the most nightmarish things. Yeah. You ever seen Joyride?
Maybe
about that semi that like follows.
Oh wait, no,
these people.
I don't think so. Look at all the human fluid that's on my phone.
Yeah, that's really scary.
This is what you were looking like.
What I were looking like?
This is what you were looking like. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
That is what I were looking like.
Shut up.
Anyway, yeah. So I was just like
hypothetical. You're supposed to say were. Like if I,
yeah, were if I were.
Yeah. So
going
like
to the store.
If I was going to the store.
No, if I were going to the store.
I know. If he was to flip me off, if he were to flip, actually that might not.
I guess I don't necessarily do that either. I'm like, oh no doy, but I don't. I probably would say was as well. So anyway, yeah, just the audacity of this old woman to go, I know. And I was like, if you know, then why were you still driving? I should have gotten out and dragged her by her wig and just people who she should not have had a dog. That's all I gotta say. That poor dog.
What kind of dog was it?
It was like one of those like I know they're not crusty. Like the bully breeds, like the big headed, like it might have been like a pit bull. It was like a cute cute big white dog. So that was a lot to close up into.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I don't like these dogs. I'm kind of actually. I'm on the.
I like them with the fat heads. Okay.
They freak me out, man. You haven't seen those videos of them like eating other dogs with that big smile on their face?
No.
When I see this dog in that like gray color, that like tan light gray color, I see that video of the
those
dog,
ones are
like,
scary.
No, this one is white. Mouth,
okay. You need to stop that. You need to stop that. So anyway, that was road rage incident number 1. Don't know if it's really classified as that.
Can I give one now?
No. So anyway,
please?
No, because then I will never be able to finish my story.
I just have one quick story.
Because I have gone in with the intention of saying stories and then they just don't happen. Okay.
Can I just say one thing? I think that's Daniel's fault. Number 1. Number 2, at the same intersection, over the course of like a 1-week span, I had 3 drivers turn left out in front of me as they had like a yellow flashing light. And in one case, so in one direction, I think the light it flashes yellow because it's like safer to turn left. And then I think at the other direction, the other flow, it stays solid red. 3 different instances across like a week or a week and a half, drivers have turned out left in front of me as I'm going straight. And it's like no mystery. I don't know. I don't speed. unless it's safe to do so. Scary? I find stretches of road where there's no potential of, that's the only time I speed, when I need that little speed rush. You know, I'm like, here, this is me 99.9% of the time. Here's me driving ish the speed limit or a reasonable amount higher. Here's everyone behind me. But here's me going a safe speed now at intersections. And you know what? I've watched enough crash compilations lately.
Oh, I love crash compilations.
When that light turns green, okay, here's me at a stoplight.
Oh, I go like this.
Okay, it turns green.
I check both ways before I go on a green.
I will not go unless it looks safe to do so.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then on Reddit, I remember that's where I used to get my good crash compilations, and all these Reddit drivers would be like, well, actually, you know, if you want to be a good defensive driver,
why cars in the fault?
I'd say they're equally at fault. The light turned green. Yeah. Green means proceed when it's safe to do so.
I hate that.
I hate Reddit,
boys.
Dude. I wish I could.
Yeah, I know. Reddit is a cesspool.
The oratrice mécaniste d'analyse cardinale.
So did you hear Dream might be a...
No.
Yeah. Dream. He goes, I didn't know she hadn't graduated from high school. She had it in her bio that she, you know.
Why is it fed up migrants who trekked thousands of miles to the U.S. already heading home? American
sucks.
Dream doesn't exist.
Yeah, because the U.S.
Oh, this is the New York Post. They have very inflammatory articles, usually.
So anyway,
did you hear that?
Road rage incident number 2 was actually, I'll be honest, I fed into the road rage. I have never been so...
Here's how I know you're going to die. I know you're going to die either by S or by a road rage shooting. I know it. I can feel it in my blood.
I think it's going to be heart disease.
Go on.
Why?
What?
I'm not going to die by S unless...
You're very volatile, though.
Yes, I am. Unless one very specific thing happens, okay? We all know what that is.
You get married?
Yeah.
Oh, you won't unless... Okay, never mind. Wait, I think I double backed somehow.
Yeah, you probably did double back.
Just tell your story.
I'll be honest, I fed into this one.
We're all so interested.
Shut the...
Hey! 19 minutes, 56.
It's not a bad word.
I know. I kind of wonder about that one. I wonder if other people think that taking Jesus' name in vain is also a cuss word. Because that was in our house. God.
No, it wasn't.
I think it was.
No, it wasn't.
But God is fine.
I don't know. I've never, I'll be honest, I rarely talked around the...
We should tell some stories.
Yeah, you want to. We will after this. Some trauma stories. So, okay. Maybe I'm in the wrong. Who knows? I was driving down a,
memory lane.
2-way, 1 lane each. And there was this kid. God, here we go, right? There's a kid. It's always with a kid. And he's standing on the sidewalk, AirPods in, staring down at his phone. Okay.
Standing or walking?
Standing. He's just standing there on his phone with his AirPods in. And
it's 2 lanes, like oncoming, no, not separated by a median?
No, yeah. It's just
like just a classic like old 40 highway.
Yeah, not even. It was in a residential. And yeah, it was just a standard. And he's standing there. I probably have like a block and a half where I see him and he's just staring at his phone. Okay. There's another car coming. Okay. Toward me. And the kid, right as I'm like almost up on him, decides to not look and just walk out in front of me. And I slam on my brakes. And he doesn't even notice until I'm like almost touching him. And he looks up and goes, oh, sorry, and then like runs the rest of the way. And the other dude is fully stopped at this point because he had more time. And he rolls down his window. The other dude rolls down his window, starts waving at me and cursing at me and going, "Did you not? Blah, 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 why didn't you stop?" Blah, blah, blah. Screaming at me, cursing at me, calling me names, basically being like, "Why did you do that?" And I was like, he wasn't looking. I got into it. I was screaming at him so loud that I lost my voice afterward. And I was like flipping him off, and like, I didn't roll my window down. I was like beating on the window like a little monkey. I have never been so enraged. It's something about a man yelling at me, and he was also my age too. Something about a man yelling at me about something that was not my fault. I swear to God, bleep this out. If I had I probably would have him or myself.
23 minutes.
I swear to God, I've never been so irate in my life.
23
I'm
minutes,
sorry. I'm gonna go on another rant. Kids these days are stupid. Yeah. They do not care. They are so engrossed in their phones. They like that. And I'm not I get, like, obviously I'm the one driving a big heavy machine, but the fact that would have been my fault, that he was not looking and just walked out because he had both AirPods in and he was staring at his phone. Insane. I don't think
that would have been your fault.
No, it would have been. If I hit a child, yeah, that's it. It's over with. Anyway, but the audacity for that man.
How old of a baby?
He was probably like 14.
Oh. What happens if you hit a jaywalker? Not a jayhawker.
that would be service to our country.
May pursue a civil lawsuit against you for personal injury or wrongful death, seeking compensation for medical expenses, lost wage.
I don't know.
But it says they would have to pursue a lawsuit, so that makes me think.
They would. If I know, but
that may be like, maybe you're not at fault.
The other dude thought I was.
What is up with these pop-ups, May? My main goal
I swear to God,
blow up. Kelsey, you are set up perfectly. If nobody knows what this particular vehicle Kelsey's driving looks like, it looks like a Secret Service, fully blacked out everything. Kelsey is fully set up to be the cool, mysterious.
I cannot.
And what's better? Better? What do you think would make this other gentleman more angry and even more irate is to get no reaction at all. Right? And
it's a woman screaming and cursing and flipping him off and telling.
See, the windows are illegally darkened tint. They're way beyond what's the legal limit.
No, I can't. When somebody's screaming at me, like 5%. Treating me like an idiot,
the windows are at 5%. God,
that's it. It's over.
And Kelsey's set up perfectly to just not acknowledge anything. There's just this mysterious. Have I shown you the intro to Monster Man before?
I don't.
Let me show you the intro to Jeepers Creepers. Here's the other.
I don't take
Creepers,
the high road
driving
when it comes to men treating me like I did something wrong. Okay,
that's not
Brandon,
what it is. But that's
you do not understand because you are not a woman.
Here, look how cool
in this society.
When you have like this faceless entity driving this vehicle.
Also, they could definitely see me. It was daytime. Look, you can see me in the daytime. It was not nighttime. It was daytime. It was like 2 p.m.
That's him, actually. I've been doing this thing to Natalie where, so I say actually all the time, but I was just kind of like, actually. So then I'll say, Ashley. Look, this is him. He's freaking out. And that's you. That's you. And that's actually weirdly what the car kind of looks like. Your car kind of looks like too.
You know what I should have done? I should have sped up, hit that kid, and then picked his little picked his AirPods out of my grill afterward. Because I need some new AirPods.
Trivia question. How many holes are in a Jeep grill? I didn't ask that right, but there's a specific number.
Hold on.
That everybody knows. Trivia. We should do trivia. Yes, you're right. Is it comparative or comparative?
You want to? I feel like I'm really. Oh, look at that! Look before it goes away. Oh, it's gone.
I
feel like I'm really good, but like,
who's at fault?
Actually, not at trivia.
Who is at fault?
I feel like I'm super confident that I'm good at trivia.
Who is at fault? Israel or Palestine? Who is at fault if you?
Oh yeah, I feel like we have I feel like we have a duty to speak about.
I'm gonna even say.
The Gaza conflict.
Even if a pedestrian is breaking the law by jaywalking, if you strike a pedestrian with your vehicle, you can be at fault for hitting them.
See?
What if it's a distracted jaywalker?
Straight up did not.
And then I'm gonna put at the end of that, I'm gonna put Reddit.
Do you see that?
I'm not impressed.
Why? Look.
My forearms. I've got my measurements. I'm gonna flash them up on the screen in a moment of
Look.
Now look.
Look.
Now look.
Isn't that disgusting?
Yeah, I'm disgusted. Now look.
Disgusting.
I took all my measurements yesterday, and in a moment of vulnerability, I'm gonna flash those up on the screen.
Ew, fatty fat. Ew.
I'm working.
Quite literally so greasy I could not see anything.
I'm working. If you're crossing the street when a pedestrian sign, if you're crossing the street when the pedestrian sign says not to walk and you get hit, that's your fault, jaywalker. This is according to Reddit.
But it was not. There was no sign. If you cross the
street when it's empty, it's still your fault if you get hit somehow.
Yeah, but they said, but the Kansas handbook says that pedestrians always have the right of way, even if they're like legally
hit a jaywalker crossing. Not at a crosswalk. Reddit. Let's just give me the same articles. I don't know. Let's just try to make sure this doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, I thought it wouldn't.
Here's another thing.
Kids these days, though, they like quite literally do not.
I've gone off on this on this podcast in the past. I think people don't have heroes. You know, they don't have role models to look up to. And it's like it's now like demonized, baby. It's like demonized, and it puts unnecessary pressure on people if they're looked at as a hero or a role model or whatever. It's like, well, why should you? You know, at both ends, it's like, well, I'm not.
What are you talking about?
Let me be your hero right now. While I'm driving, I
be your hero, baby.
ever am on my phone.
I'm only on my phone if I need to change the song.
Okay, yeah. Me too.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not like
the amount of people.
It's scary, isn't it? When you drive, you see this.
Oh my god! And just like going
or you see them with their phone literally so up.
Yes, dude.
This is so scary.
And I watch out for that stuff too.
Yeah, it's scary.
So that way, if someone hits me, I can be like, "Are you on your phone?"
Here's
what I'd say. I'd be like, "Well, maybe if you look up from your darn phone."
I thought you didn't engage in road rage.
I don't.
So, okay, I do actually have something I'd like to talk about before with this last 9 minutes and 38 seconds. As somebody who works with children,
I'm gonna do medium trivia. Medium trivia question.
I've seen this thing recently about just like I guess you can call it an epidemic with teachers being so fed up with how disrespectful kids are and how much they just do not care. And also how dumb they are. Can you weigh in on that? About just kids these days just not caring and being like extremely disrespectful.
I'll do it if you'll answer trivia questions while I'm.
Yeah.
Okay. How many valves does the heart have? I'm gonna have to phone a friend.
4.
I really
2.
Don't know.
Jesus, 2.
I'm gonna have to bleep you saying the J word. It was 4, you idiot.
Oh, 4. Okay. Is this biology trivia?
I try not to. I feel like I remember though when I was that age and just really just did not care. I think I'm not far enough removed.
Yeah, but
I think the people freaking out are like.
You weren't disrespectful though, were you? Where you would just straight up say "I don't care" to a teacher. We were
no. Well, I think even if that did happen to me, and I'm not even trying to be like a philosopher right now or anything, but I feel like. If that did happen, I would immediately just feel like, okay, this is a failing, like in the family structure or something. Like I wouldn't take that
every
personally.
kid now.
But not the kids I work with. I feel like the kids I work with are pushed to their absolute limits and are trying way, way, way too hard in a world that's not nearly as competitive as they're being led to believe. I work with the best of the best of my school, basically, in my opinion. You know, like these are the kids who and are improving year to year too. Like I have nothing but good things to say about the kids I work with.
Give me another trivia question.
I work also with like the freshman group as well, and it's pretty clear the ones who are disinterested are not going to go very far, and so at worst I have the remaining of a semester to work with them, you know. And I've literally said to those kids, like, you know, if you don't want to be here, like I'm not like a normal teacher, you know. If you don't want to be here, I'm more than happy for you to just like quietly play on your phone somewhere else, because I don't care either.
I guess
like if you don't care about your education here, case. I also don't care. Like, and I mean that genuinely. If it's not something that interests you, I don't think it's right to force that down their throat, you know. Like maybe it'll get
you are a special case though, because I feel like well, obviously you're where you are, that's a choice for them to be there to an extent. I do wish it's not something mandatory.
Well, okay, actually, I guess I shouldn't say that. There's this one. So I also work locally with this like fake school that I don't know how is legal to send your. I feel like I don't know. Some of those kids, I wish I could at least, but it's like, it's weird. The way that we're told to deal with them is very weird. We were told we could make. I got told last week. The best we can do to deal with them is to make a seating chart, and if that doesn't work, because it's like a not a real school. It's like we want the kids to decide.
Oh, what is that called? Like this.
I don't want to give it away. I'll text it to you. I'd be surprised if you have heard of this type of school, but this is a type of school.
Where it's like the kids do whatever and they kind of work. It's like a funky name, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I feel like you've heard this.
What artist believed he was a reincarnation of his dead brother?
Give me an era.
I can't. Salvador Dali.
Was that who it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know this one. Which metal has the chemical symbol Fe?
Yeah. Brandon, yes, that is.
Okay, yeah.
Fe, iron.
Yep, you're correct. So with some of those kids,
what pasta is shaped like a short tube?
Penne? Or, I mean, ziti, macaroni. A lot are.
Italiani.
What is it?
Ditalini. Ditalini. That's what
it does, you know, and then when I'm in the full band, though, like at my high school that I teach at, a lot of times, honestly, even as rowdy as they start out at the beginning of the year and just kind of seeing what they can get away with.
Yeah.
By now, they've like 90% chilled out, you know, and so like blowing up at them, like because I see those TikToks too of people being like, I finally dropped the F-bomb in class.
Yeah, I cursed for the first time in front of my
God.
kids.
Okay, what do you want? Like, why are you posting about this online? You're like outing yourself at losing your temper at a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
Great. They won.
Some of those is crazy. Yeah.
As long as they're not like getting violent with one another, you know, like I don't care. You know, I don't think that the way that we structure our school and like treat kids is like humane. You know, I don't think it's natural either. So I have my own like gripes with how this is all handled at all.
Lock these kids up for 8 hours a day.
As long as we're getting done what I want to get done with and everything is generally in a good spirit, you know, like I get when they're doinking around and stuff. Like I'm also a drummer.
Okay,
you know, I want to be doinking around too. I don't want to be getting talked at by the best in the entire world. I don't care who's standing there talking to me about what I'm doing, getting feedback. There are days where I don't want to be doing that, you know, so I get that. I get those days. But as long as we're getting stuff done and things are generally, what am I trying to say? Like in a good mindset, I guess, you know, as long as it isn't turning negative or violent or whatever, like I could honestly be effed to give an F.
Yeah.
Which planet in our solar let's try that again. Which planet is the hottest in the solar system?
Mercury.
You sure it's not Venus?
Yeah.
It was Venus, actually.
Oh.
Darn it.
What's Santa's name in Denmark?
I don't know.
Julemanden.
Of course it is. Where is Angel Falls, the world's largest waterfall, located? Argentina, Bolivia, Peru, or Venezuela?
Peru.
That sounds right. Let's try it. It was in Venezuela.
Who patented the concept of a flat engine in 1896?
1896. What are the options?
None. You just have to say the name.
Flat
and my gay test. Carl Benz. Whoops.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I would not have gotten that. What else? I don't know. What do you think? I'll keep talking about that. Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't care about the kids.
No, I will say it is nice to see your perspective because it is very like doomsday. I will say on TikTok where it's like kids these days, like all of them are just awful, and I'm like, it makes me scared to want to possibly have kids because the saying that, like these are going to be your doctors and blah 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 in the future.
But there's always going to be enough like people going above and beyond to keep stuff in check.
Enough good
like,
kids.
I feel like, the top 10% of like moral do-gooding people now is probably of a higher quality than the top 10% of do-gooding moral people in like the 1600s.
Yeah.
Where it's like there's a lot of very compassionate. I feel like the overall like average too of like how well we treat each other is going so far up and up and up and up and up, decade to decade. Right. Like it's where you do have people obviously going crazy who are like being pushed to their limit, but you also wonder like how much that had to have always been happening too. It was never documented widespread on TikTok, or whatever. And people will grow out of it, like wanting to get clout or whatever and just doing stuff to you just mellow out as you age. I do think kids are treated at a low developmental level for too long though. It's like
really.
Yeah, there's like you probably felt it too. Did you feel like an adult at like 20? No, you probably still felt like an extension of high school, which felt like an extension of middle school. I'm just a
25-year-old teenager.
I know, like I still don't even feel like
girl.
Whatever. And that's way too big of a topic to get into, but like
I'm just a teenage girl.
We don't come into adulthood, I think. I don't want to say early enough, but I think
I'm here for protecting
real structure and real support, like as you transition,
protecting children, letting them be children.
Yeah, but a 19-year-old is not a child, but you feel like it. If you hear like a news story, like 19 head slammed into concrete. Well, that's just a little boy.
I
like that's what it would have felt like if that happened to me at 19.